And for the latest, Greg Pollock from Metlink is on the line now. Good evening, Greg. How is things running right now?
Oh, kia ora, Lisa. Look, the good news is that the first train has left the station about 15 to 20 minutes ago. So our two main lines through the Hutt Valley and up Kapiti Coast are now back working again. They will have less frequency than normal, and so we are working hard to try and get everyone home tonight safely.
And that's about an hour after you had anticipated getting moving. What happened?
Yeah, it was about 40 minutes after we had anticipated. We were awaiting clearance from Kiwi Rail to ensure the line was safe. And we appreciate it was a real delay for our commuters, but we wanted to make sure that everything was safe before we started services again. That was our number one priority. And
why the lesser frequency?
The issue there is when the derailment happened, just where our trains were located in the network overnight, just actually getting them into the right places overnight in order to get them where we needed them. But also we've got delayed speeds coming out through the Wellington station where the work's been done today by Kiwi Rail.
So how far off normal are you? Will you be back to normal by tomorrow morning?
I anticipate being back to normal by tomorrow morning, yes.
Okay, so is one train derailing all it takes basically to bring the commuter rail network in our capital to its knees?
Yeah, these are very rare events, as I'm sure you know, and unfortunately today the answer is yes. The freight train was exiting the rail yards and was crossing across the two or three main lines that our commuter services use, and as a result has taken out the points, which are like intersections effectively, across those lines, which has rendered them unusable today. So
where is the resilience in the system though, Greg? Where is the resilience?
Yeah, look, any system has its choke points, if you like, and we found what ours was today. We've always known that this part of the network is tight. There has been a lot of work done on it over the last 10 years or so, including adding extra capacity, but these things do happen.
So hang on a minute, Greg, just to be clear, one train disrupts the entire network in that city, bar one route, basically.
Yeah, that's what's happened today. It's not been a great day, but everyone's done a great job to get services restored in less than 24 hours. So, Kiwi Rail's been working around the clock to get that done. So, yes, resilience isn't great, but we have, I think all parties have worked hard to get the job done today.
And I understand people have worked hard today, but how are you going to avoid this in future? And why is there no resilience in the system? Is infrastructure run down, or what is the issue?
Well, we don't actually know the cause of the derailment yet, so we need to await the investigation, which has been opened today. But we'll be working with our partners, Kiwi Rail and others, to understand what's happened. And once we know, we can focus then on how we might improve resilience for the future. That might mean more investment. It might mean other things. We don't know at this point.
Do you think infrastructure is run down and that is part of the problem?
Look, absolutely, and that's why you see the government investing a lot of money in rail infrastructure, and we've got a program underway right now on improving resilience across the Wellington network. So we know there needs to be more money spent. That money is being spent and allocated, and that will improve the future of our rail network, absolutely.
But how can the public have any confidence that you will do better in a more serious situation? Because looking at this, it is a single train. What about a major incident? What about a civil defence incident? What about an earthquake? How do we know you can cope with this?
Well, I think what's happened today, you've seen Wellingtonians coping really well. It hasn't been a great day. We acknowledge that. It's been really tough as a commuter or a traveller anywhere in Wellington today. But, in your story, there are stories of Wellingtonians helping each other out, and that's fantastic.
But that's good luck rather than good management, isn't it, Greg? Because, how did you notify people overnight? How did you let commuters know that this was going to be the situation?
So we work with all our commuters. We work through our Metlink app and our website and through the media to let people know. We've been doing that all day long, and our key focus has been on informing our customers so that they know what's going on. And we've, of course, left Kiwi Rail to try and focus on clearing the derailment and improving the infrastructure.
Understood. But would you say that it's fair to say you were scrambling for replacement buses this morning?
Oh, absolutely. No, look, no organisation could have the number of buses sitting in backup state to serve the 20,000 people that we serve every single day. We were scrambling, and our team scrambled really hard to get some bus replacement services in place. And I know a number of our customers did appreciate that.
But that's the point, isn't it, Greg?
The number of buses we needed.
Sorry to interrupt, but that's the point, isn't it? You've acknowledged that there's potentially a lack of resilience in the system, and now you're saying that you don't have a plan B either.
Look, it's really hard to have a plan B for something like this. These things don't happen often. So, again, our focus is on communicating with our customers, making sure they understood what was happening today so that they could plan their travel, and tomorrow will be a better day. Tomorrow should be back to normal.
In terms of letting your customers know, a lot of people didn't seem to know.
Look, we've done everything we could. We've used our app, which was really where we asked people to get information from us. We've updated our website. We've updated media.
Do you send automated
announcements on station platforms?
Sorry, Greg, but can people sign up to automated text alerts that tell them that the trains are off?
Yes, they can. And that's our Metlink app, and that's been working hard all day to get those messages out to people so that they're aware of when the trains were going to start again this afternoon.
When do you anticipate you will know what the cause of the derailment will be known?
I can't answer that question, Lisa, I'm sorry. It could take perhaps weeks or even months, I don't know. But speaking to Key Rail today, they said there's no obvious cause of the derailment, so it does need to be investigated thoroughly.
Have you had any conversations with government today? Has the Minister of Transport or anyone like that been in contact?
Not today, Lisa. I think tomorrow might be the day that those conversations start, but today we're focused on ensuring we can get everyone home safely tonight and ensuring that we get information out to our customers.
And what would you say to the Minister of Transport?
I think we need to understand what's happened first, and I would say to the Minister of Transport, we've got a great program here to invest in rail. Let's make sure we're putting it into the right places. I think we are, but there may be some lessons we can learn from this incident.
Appreciate you joining us this evening. That's Greg Pollock from Metlink. And as you would have heard there, most of the trains are back online now, not running at the same usual frequency.